is the third gate, Kamasaka Zen, known as Forest Well, is the Dharma Talk 5. The depth of understanding, intellectual rigour, and holistic practice in the journey of Zen. The journey in the Dharma in Zen, it is a deeply transformative path, one that transcends the superficiality of intellectual comprehension and delves into profound experiential understanding of reality. Zen, a school of the Mahayana Buddhism, emphasizes direct insight into the nature of the mind and reality through the practice of meditation, through the practice of mindfulness, through the practice of ethical living. And these are three key components that significantly support the journey, support this journey that it's in the depth of understanding, intellectual rigour, and a holistic approach. Each of these contribute to a more integrated and authentic realisation of the Dharma, and also understanding of the teachings of the Buddha. So Zen's understanding is not merely intellectual, not just intellectual knowledge or even conceptual awareness. It is a deep, intuitive insight into the nature of self, and the nature of mind, and the nature of reality. In many Zen teachings, many Zen teachers, understanding goes beyond words, beyond thoughts, or beyond theories. There's that famous Zen proverb, the finger pointing to the moon is not the moon. This serves as a reminder that the teachings are only pointers, not the ultimate truth itself. Zen understanding emerges from direct experience, from seeing things as they are, things as they truly are. The depth of understanding in Zen involves penetrating these layers of delusion and ignorance that obscure our true nature. And it's an ongoing process of insight into the three marks of existence. And what are those three marks? Impermanence, known as anicca, suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta. One of the most profound expressions of this is the Zen ox herding pictures, a visual metaphor that traces the spiritual journey from seeing the ox, symbolising the true self or our enlightened nature, to finally realising unity with all things. Now, meditative practices, especially Zazen, seated meditation, is a fundamental method for cultivating this deep understanding. And it's through the practice of Zazen that the practitioner is invited to let go of conceptual thinking and simply return to a place of stillness, where insight into the true nature of mind can arise spontaneously. or spontaneously. The depth of understanding in Zen is, as I said, experiential, but it's also transformative. It cannot be taught through words, it must be lived through practice. And this depth often reveals the interconnectedness of all things, pointing towards Buddha's teachings. Buddha's teaching of dependent origination, which states that all phenomena arise in dependence upon causes and conditions. The deep realization of this truth helps dissolve the illusion of separation between self and others, leading to a more compassionate and interconnected way of living. Deep understanding clears away the fog of confusion and the fog of delusion. It helps practitioners see life as it truly is, free from projections and misconceptions. And it's by understanding the impermanent and interconnected nature of existence where we as practitioners can better cope with life's challenges and let go of the attachment, thereby reducing personal suffering, personal discontentment in our day-to-day lives. A deep understanding of interdependence naturally leads to greater compassion. When we realise we are not separate from others, we act with more kindness, recognising there is a shared experience of suffering and joy. So while Zen is known for its emphasis on direct experience, intellectual rigour is not dismissed. Zen encourages a thorough and disciplined engagement with the Dharma through the teachings of the Buddhist Sutras. Also through commentaries such as Dharma talks and the practice of koans, antidotes used to test one's understanding, paradoxical antidotes. The intellectual aspect of Zen serves as a framework that supports the practitioner's experience, helping them to contextualize their insights with the broader field of Buddhist philosophy. In Zen, intellectual rigour is not about accumulating enormous amounts of knowledge, but it's about sharpening the mind to cut through this delusion. So the disciplined study of text, for example, like the Heart Sutra or the Diamond Sutra or even Dogen Shorin Genzo, allows practitioners to cultivate a mind capable of holding paradox and ambiguity, and to do so without clinging to fixed notions. And as this intellectual engagement is itself a form of meditation, as it requires concentration, presence, and the ability to see beyond the surface of meaning of words. I guess one of the most distinctive features of Zen practice is this use of koans, which challenge the practitioner to confront the limitations of rational thought. Koans are simply meant to disrupt habitual patterns of thinking and to provoke a direct, non-conceptual insight. And of course, the classic example of this is the koan, "What is the sound of one hand clapping?" Or Joshu's dog, "Does a dog have Buddha nature?" These serve as vehicles for intellectual rigour, as they require a disciplined and focused inquiry that goes beyond logical analysis. So the practitioner must face the koan repeatedly in meditation, repeatedly, until they break through to a deeper understanding. The intellectual rigour involved in koan practice is not about finding the right answer, but rather about us transcending the dualistic mind that seeks to fix answers. This process cultivates an ability to dwell in the space of what we call not knowing, which is essential for Zen practice. So this intellectual rigour, it sharpens the mind. It sharpens the mind's ability to discern between truth and falsehood, helping us to cut through the delusions that obscure our understanding. A rigorous engagement with Zen teachings prevents the practitioner from falling into anti-intellectualism, ensuring that their insight is grounded in a broader understanding of the Dharma. So the intellectual challenges posed by koans and sutra study, it cultivates resilience, as they tend to teach practitioners to face difficulties without seeking easy answers or abandoning the path when confronted with paradox. Holistic practice in Zen refers to the integration of body, mind, and spirit in the pursuit of awakening. Zen does not treat the mind as separate from the body. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of physical posture, breath, and movement in cultivating awareness. Practices such as zazen, sitting meditation, kinhin, walking meditation, and bowing engage the body in ways that harmonizes physical and mental energy. So, holistic practice is about embodying the teachings in every aspect of life. And as Zen practitioners, we are encouraged to bring mindfulness to all activities, to bring mindfulness to all activities, whether in sitting meditation, walking, eating, or engaging in work. The everyday actions of life become opportunities for practice. And this integration is crucial. It's crucial for our awakening. And then Master Dogen Zenji emphasized the importance of holistic practice in his famous teachings of Shikantaza, known as just sitting, where he described how the simple act of sitting becomes a complete expression of enlightenment itself. So these holistic practices also involve ethical living, as outlined in the Buddhist precepts. And these precepts, they guide us towards compassion and non-harming, a compassionate and non-harming behaviour, which aligns with the actions of having deeper understanding for this concept of interconnectedness. Ethical conduct is not an afterthought, but an essential aspect of holistic practice, as it prevents the mind from being disturbed by guilt, anger, or attachment, all of which hinder the meditative process. And then in Zen monasteries, such as Kamasaka, daily life is structured in a way that reflects this holistic approach. Even activities such as cooking, cleaning, and communal work, all are seen as opportunities. All are seen as opportunities to practice mindfulness and express the Dharma. And it's in this integration of practice into all aspects of life that helps prevent the compartmentalization of spiritual practice, ensuring that it remains a continuous process. And this practice ensures that awakening is not just a mental realization, but an embodied experience that lived out in everyday actions. So integrating practice into activities fosters greater mindfulness, and greater mindfulness, it deepens concentration. And from concentration comes insight. So holistic practice aligns one's actions with ethical teachings of the Dharma, promoting harmony within oneself and within others. And it's these three elements, depth of understanding, intellectual rigour, and holistic practice, they're interdependent and mutually reinforcing. Depth of understanding provides the insight needed to navigate the complexities of life and practices. Intellectual rigour ensures that this insight is grounded in a disciplined engagement with the teachings. And this can prevent spiritual complacency or delusion. So this holistic practice ensures that understanding the rigor, understand this rigor is it's embodied in all the aspects of life, leading to a more integrated, authentic expression of the Dharma itself. And then each element enhances the other. Depth of understanding is deepened through intellectual inquiry, such as koans and the sutras, as they challenge the practitioner to go beyond surface level or surface level insights. Intellectual rigor is balanced by a holistic practice, which grounds the insights gained through the study. And gained through study in the lived experience of everyday life. And this practice is enriched by depth and rigor, as it ensures that practitioners' actions are guided by deep wisdom and an ethical integrity. Therefore, the journey in the Dharma of Zen, it is a transformative process that requires both depth of understanding, it requires intellectual rigor and a holistic practice. And it is these three elements, and they work together to support a comprehensive approach to our awakening. One that is not limited to intellectual comprehension, but involves the whole being, the whole body, the mind, and the spirit. And as this depth of understanding allows us to penetrate the illusion of separateness and to realize our own true nature. Intellectual rigor sharpens the mind, enabling us to engage with the teachings in a disciplined and a focused manner. And holistic practice ensures these insights are embodied in daily life, therefore creating a harmonious and compassionate way of being in this world. In Zen, the path to awakening, it's not a linear progression, but a continuous unfolding of insight, practice, and realization. So depth, rigor, and holistic practice guide the practitioner through this particular process, ensuring that our understanding of the Dharma is not only profound, but also practical and lived. As the Zen tradition teaches, the journey itself is the destination. And each step on this path is an opportunity to express the truth of the Dharma. Express the truth of the Dharma in every thought, word, and action. Thank you for listening today.